Multi-billion-dollar theater of professional football, the pursuit of victory is a religion. But for some, the desire to win, to push beyond human limits, becomes a corrupting force. It's a descent into performance-enhancing drugs, desperate cover-ups, and a terrifying risk of being exposed. Today, we pull back the curtain on the hidden shame, the ultimate betrayal. This is the definitive countdown of 20 times footballers were caught doping and tried to hide it. Get ready for the truth. The early cases often follow a pattern, an unexpected surge in stamina, a sudden, unbelievable physical change. Our journey begins with the sheer panic of being caught. In Case 1, a promising young striker was flagged for a metabolite of cocaine. His defense? Contaminated toothpaste. The governing body didn't buy it. His career was immediately halted. Case 2 involved a veteran defender caught using an anabolic steroid to speed up recovery from injury. His excuse, claiming the club doctor had mistakenly prescribed it, felt like a deliberate lie designed to protect him and the team. The doctor faced scrutiny, but the player took the ban. Then we have Case 3, a midfielder who tested positive for a stimulant. His brilliant performances felt too good. He tried to claim he was taking cold medicine, but the levels in his blood pointed to something far more deliberate. The cover-up was weak, the evidence was ironclad. These early attempts at denial show the sheer desperation. They always start with an excuse that's just plausible enough to raise doubt. But doubt rarely trumps a positive test. As the stakes got higher, so did the deception. Players, doctors, and sometimes entire organizations began collaborating to conceal the truth, weaving a complex web of lies. In Case 6, a famous striker, a national icon, tested positive for nandrolone. His excuse became infamous, eating contaminated pork in a remote part of the world. The media circus was relentless, but the authorities eventually accepted the bizarre explanation, a decision still hotly debated as a possible powerful club cover-up. Case 7 is a terrifying example of a coordinated effort. A star goalkeeper was found with high levels of a banned diuretic, often used to mask other performance-enhancing drugs. When tested again, his sample was switched. It took an internal whistleblower to expose the doctor's involvement in a desperate scramble to replace the contaminated urine sample with a clean one. We saw similar manipulation in Case 8, where a player feigned injury to avoid a mandatory test. This tactic, though common, rarely works. When he was finally tested weeks later, the results were still flagged, confirming his guilt and adding evasion to his list of crimes. These cases weren't about accidental use, they were calculated attempts to cheat the system. And the punishment, when the truth finally broke through the lies, was often double: a ban for doping and a lasting reputation for dishonesty. Some scandals are too big to hide. They involve multiple players, shatter championship victories, and force entire football federations to face harsh realities. Case 11 was a team-wide disaster. 5 players from a top European club were banned simultaneously after a training regimen was found to be centrally controlled and riddled with illegal substances. The club tried to bury the story, citing a misunderstanding of Italian law, but the sheer volume of positive tests spoke for itself. They had cheated their way to the top. Case 13 highlights the cruel efficiency of retrospective testing. A famous World Cup hero who had retired years earlier had his samples retested with new technology. The results confirmed doping during his peak years. The glory of his biggest career moment was instantly poisoned. His medals stripped, a haunting reminder that the lie never truly dies. The most audacious attempt at concealment comes from Case 15, a world-class midfielder who claimed he tested positive because he had received an unsanctioned injection from a dentist. His story was so absurd, yet so forcefully defended by his high-powered legal team that it exposed a critical loophole in testing procedures at the time. He served a reduced sentence, but his legacy remains permanently fractured. The final segment of our countdown focuses on the careers irrevocably destroyed, the superstars who traded their integrity for a temporary edge. These are the players whose falls were the hardest. In Case 17, we witnessed the complete self-destruction of a highly marketable young talent. Caught using a banned steroid, he spent years in denial, fighting the ruling in court. He tried to hide the positive test by claiming he'd been given the wrong vial by the testing officials. The legal battle dragged on, effectively consuming his final playing years. By the time the verdict upheld the ban, his market value was zero, his reputation ruined. Case 18 offers a chilling look at the psychological toll. A player confessed after serving his ban, revealing the immense pressure and fear that drove him to cheat, and the constant paranoia he felt trying to hide it. He described a life lived in terror of the knock on the door, the inevitable test. Cases 19 and 20 represent the absolute finality of the process. Two players, caught in separate incidents, tried to simply walk away from the testing officials, literally fleeing the room. The governing bodies instantly counted this as a refusal to test, an automatic 2-year ban. Their desperate flight only confirmed their guilt. They ran, but they couldn't hide. 20 times, 20 careers derailed, 20 instances where the integrity of the beautiful game was compromised. These incidents are more than just statistics. They are cautionary tales of ambition gone dark. The shame, the cover-ups, and the ultimate exposure prove a powerful truth. In football, shortcuts are always temporary. Which of these scandals shocked you the most? Did you believe any of their wild excuses? Let us know your thoughts on football's greatest doping cover-ups in the comments below. If you want more hidden truths like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.